Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 6, Episode 4. Before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. So it turns out that Gizelle and Robyn have a podcast called Reasonably Shady, which, I don't know who's listening. I don't know who's listening to this podcast, but they have one, and they have decided to get together and have a photo shoot, to launch their new podcast. And, I'm not the one for fashion. I'm not the one from hair. I mean, literally, I have, green and black hair right now. So I don't know a lot about fashion and hair, but even after her fancy stylist, Kyle, did her and Gizelle's hair, it still didn't look that great if you ask me, but that's not my business. Anyway, Gizelle makes this comment to Kyle about Mia and her vaginal rejuvenation, which they keep calling, she got her click fixed, that conversation. And of course he had a comment and everybody laughed and chuckled. And I thought to myself, why are you doing this? This woman, yes, she's open, she's out there, she's very free with who she is. However, why do you have to tell people? And why do you have to go around making fun of her? I don't know. It just irritates me that they are telling Kyle this woman's business. So while they were together, Gizelle and Elle got this idea that her and Robyn should invite Mia out for drinks so that they can get to know her. In other words, they really didn't want to get to know her. They wanted to try to see if they can get information out of her, and then they wanted to try to turn her against Karen. That's just my thought, my opinion. I don't know these people, so I could just be making this up in my head, which I do have a really good imagination. Anyway, she decides that they're going to send a text invite to Mia and tell her that she's not able to bring Karen. Without Karen is what they said. And as soon as I saw that, I said, who does that? If you just wanted to have a conversation with her, you wanted to get to know her without other people being around, there was definitely a better way to phrase that. You can't just tell someone who they can't bring. It's a public place. It wasn't as if you were setting something up to have drinks at your house and you're telling her, I would prefer that you not bring Karen to my home. That's a different conversation altogether. So I wasn't quite sure how well that was going to play. Then we see Ashley and Michael. They're headed out for a romantic dinner before it's time for the new baby to come. And the weird thing about this is she had her hospital bag. And I said, well, okay, I get that. When I was pregnant with my little tiny baby, I had a hospital bag that I kept close to the front door of my place. I guess I wasn't smart enough to think maybe I should have one in the car. I don't know. But Michael brought the hospital bag into the restaurant. And I said, well, buddy, you parked right out in front of the restaurant. What does the hospital bag need to be in the restaurant sitting next to you? Wouldn't you have to come out of the you know what? Move it on. Well, during this conversation, Michael mentions that he's got some new business ventures that he's working on, and one is he would like to start his own movie production company. And I said, wow, that's exciting. This is something that I would be excited about. However, I said, remember when Sonia Morgan from The Real Housewives of New York wanted to venture into film production, and we seen what happened to her? I don't remember all the details, but she ended up being sued. I'm sure one of the peeps will remember this. But I said, maybe he needs to sit down with people who are actually successful and working in the industry as far as movie production, maybe even speak to one of the producers on The Real Housewives, you know what I mean, to get the ins and outs of this business. And of course, Ashley is having some reservations about it. She doesn't want him out here blowing their money and messing up their children's education and lifestyle. She's making a lot of sense. This is a very risky business. And I am glad that he mentioned it to her before he just went out on this venture without talking to her at all. I hope that if they do decide to go this route, that it is very successful and that it doesn't cause any more issues in their marriage. Ashley really does not need any more problems. She is trying to make this family work, and I follow her on Instagram. She is a really good mom, and she is a natural, beautiful person. Yes, from time to time she can get a little messy, but I root for Ashley. I really do. So hopefully everything works.
That's awesome, Mom. I think you always remain so positive, and you're such a role model to me and many people, you know? But I just want to tell you I'm proud of you.
I really value that as your mom. That's all that matters.
Now, that really melted my heart. It's really nice when people compliment you, or people see or notice how hard you work, or, you know, just appreciate you as a person. It really feels great. But nothing is better than getting that from your child. When your child can look at you and tell you that you are their hero, that they love you, they respect you, they appreciate you, oh my gosh, my heart just melts. And so I really love that. And I am also proud of Karen for being the ambassador of Surrey. I too am from a really tiny small town. As I told you, during the heyday of my tiny town, the population was around 360 people. Now people have grown up and moved away, so the population is down to, I think it's 256, something like that. It's a really tiny town, but I love a small town. There are so many good things about small towns and so many bad things about small towns, but I'm telling you, small town living is fabulous. Until you become a teenager, then you want the hell out of there. I'm just saying. Congratulations to Karen for being the ambassador of Surrey. Karen did ask her daughter to tell her brother that they should both speak to Ray about upgrading her ring. And I thought that was quite hilarious. It really was. I mean, it's a good touch. But I hope it works out. I hope she gets that ring upgrade. So Mia is out doing her boss thing, okay? So it seems that she has 14 franchise locations of the chiropractic joints, or the joint chiropractic, I can't remember. And she has 3 that she is currently working on that are in construction across 4 states. She seems to be always focused on mentioning how much of a boss she is, which at first it was kind of cute, but it's starting to feel kind of like the 4 degrees, you know? Okay, you are a boss woman. I appreciate you. I really do. Whoever hired her for this season, thank you very much. Okay, she may be the future of the Real Housewives of Potomac. I am liking her so far. However, ma'am, pipe down about all your businesses. Anyway, she has to cancel taking her son to practice. And her husband and her have a bit of a conversation.
I don't mean to hurt your feelings, but this is the 3rd time that Josh was expecting to take it. I know he looks forward to it, but I don't mind taking him. Not one bit.
Well, then why are you making me feel bad?
I just want to alert you to try to create some more balance.
So, I mean, do you think I should just cancel my work meeting?
Well, don't get defensive, Nate.
I'm not getting defensive.
Joshua looks forward to the one-on-one time with you.
I appreciate him. You know, I really do like her husband. I love the way he speaks with her. He was able to get his point across without being loud or rude. He was not disrespectful to her at all. And I don't really blame him for making his point and bringing that up. Yes, it's okay to be a boss lady. It's great that you're a mom and a wife and that you also have a social life, but you have got to make your Apple phone your friend. You are always holding that phone. Make that phone your friend. You need to start merging your children's calendar, your husband's calendar with your business calendar. Yeah, honey, listen, the Apple will do it. Put it all together so that you can be there for your children. They grow up so fast, time flies by, and after so many times that you miss, the kids really start to be affected by it. So don't let all of these businesses and, you know, all the sparkle and glitter of your life overshadow these beautiful kids. Listen, I'm all for multitasking, but you need to make sure you get these kids in there. I'm just saying. And I appreciate that her husband is there with the kids as well. I'm pretty sure that now that he's getting a little bit older, he's kind of laid back and relaxed, so he's probably more of a stay-at-home dad, and I appreciate that. And I also think that it's right for her to be able to shine and boss lady it up. You know, we stand by and take care of the kids all the time so the husbands can be masters of the universe, all right, let her be a master of the universe in her own right as well.
Pounds.
Okay.
That was like drinking wine at like 8 in the morning.
Yeah, I know, for just a
Now, did you hear that? Okay. Now, wasn't it just last week's episode when she was telling Akila, I don't know, I don't have it yet, but I'll get it. She was telling her that Karen was a drinker. Ma'am, I'm sorry. I don't know anybody who was drinking at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Okay? I'm just saying, don't talk about Karen. So Robyn, Akila, I don't remember, and Wendy have a morning workout. Candiace calls them and lets them know that she's going to have a pajama party called Peace Out House Pajama Party, and all the ladies are invited. She has invited everyone, but later we find out she lied. She didn't invite Ashley, and she tried to play it off as if she had forgotten to invite Ashley. No, ma'am, she didn't forget. She just doesn't like Ashley. Anyway, at the time that she was having her party, it seems that Ashley has gone into labor, and Ashley is at home completely afraid and upset. She's an emotional mess. She doesn't want to leave the house because she's going to end up staying 2 days away from Dean, and she doesn't want to have to be away from him that long. And then she says when she comes back, she's going to have a new baby with her, and Dean's not going to be her only baby. So she is really just emotionally very, very all over the place, and I felt so bad for her, but she has had her baby. Her baby is beautiful, and we know all is well. The episode ends with her and Michael driving to the hospital. She is in active labor. So Karen stops by Mia's place.
She does Gizelle's bidding, and I think she's up her bush.
All I could say is, you know what, Karen, stop telling the truth. Okay, just cut it.
Robyn and I are sitting here talking, and we want to get together with you with drinks without Karen.
Did you respond?
I sure did.
Mia replies, "Hi, Giselle. Unless you want to discuss business, there's nothing I have time to talk to you about."
Oh.
Let me know if you would like for me to link you with my assistant to book an appointment this week.
Ooh.
I just couldn't let that go. So I said, "Hi, Mia. I'm quite taken aback by your rude response. Was something done to you that we are not aware of?
Yeah.
Is this how you treat people who are trying to get to know you? What am I missing?" She says, "At Giselle."
Since my message was directed to you,
Ooh.
I apologize if you felt like my response was rude. I was simply being direct.
And any response?
No response.
OMG. You know, I don't understand all of this, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I think these women have met their match. Mia is not the one, okay? And Wendy, Zen, Win, ma'am, bye-bye, okay? Mia's not here for you. And it seems that Gizelle and Robyn, girl, Robyn just piped down and slide into the bushes like Homer Simpson. No, she is not here for you. As I said before, you guys, there is a way to convey, hey, we want to get to know you without Karen, without saying it that way. Robyn making that comment that Karen is influencing Mia made me laugh quite a bit, because haven't we watched season after season after season of Gizelle influencing Robyn? Maybe Gizelle was right. Earlier, Gizelle thought that Mia was really good at picking up on people's character. I think you're right. She picked up on the fact that you and Robyn are kind of mean. I mean, what did you expect? You thought she was just going to come in here and automatically take your side on everything? I don't think so. You got the wrong girl here. So we check in with Candiace and her music career. She is in the studio working on her album. She let us know that she is no longer working with Thompson. Is it Chunky or Chucky? I think it's Chucky. Sorry for calling you Chunky, buddy. I don't want anybody calling me Chunky. But have you seen my cheeks? Anyway, she is no longer working with Thompson. She said that it just didn't quite work out. So she has this new production team that she's working with, and she is funding her own album. So I am wishing nothing but success for her, because I know that if she's funding this, it must be a passion, seriously. And I also know that it cannot be cheap. So good luck. Also recently, she did just drop her new music video and single. The song is called Drive By, which is also the song she was singing in the booth. And I have put a link to the song in my description box. So if anybody would like to go watch her video and hear her song, just go to my description box and click on the link. People are giving it 50-50 reviews out online. I listened to a little tiny clip of it, and I really like Candiace, and I think she is talented. Out of all the housewives, including Miss Chic C'est La Vie, I think that she's the one that has the most vocal talent. And I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
In life, what you do is you try it, trying to be emotionally available. We are weak. Yes, it is.
All right, now listen. I'm sorry, Grace. I am really sorry, Grace. I really am, but I'm the twins in the back. Yeah, that's me and my siblings. Even to this very day. I'm in the back, laughing my butt off, but trying to cover it up. I'm sorry, Grace. You know, I do appreciate Gizelle's positive attitude in the front. She said, next week is our week. And that's what we do as parents. You know, I have sat in the car multiple times after soccer games, after football games, that my son's team lost, cheering him up and letting him know, next game, you guys got it, while dying inside in the front seat, because you know that they are so sad. And I'm giving that speech that it's not about who wins or loses. It's about how you play the game. You got this, buddy. You know, I've gone through a lot of those. Oh boy. Moving on.
Karen.
Okay, so that was a little odd. You know, Karen acted as if she couldn't throw back that full shot. Girl, quit playing with us. We have seen you with the fire.
I want a wedding that I have to like shortchange what I want.
It's a personal journey. It's a personal journey. Everyone is still getting married, Robyn. It took you 5 years to get the ring. Now you're talking about, oh, we ain't gonna get married because it's a pandemic. Nah, bullshit. I call bullshit.
Karen, please step off this woman's neck, okay? Get off this woman's neck. Now, I say that to say that, yes, I agree. I agree with Karen. You know, this situation with Robyn and Juan is a little weird, but it is the middle of a pandemic. And I agree with her. Who wants to have that super spreader event? And there were a lot of people who postponed their weddings in the pandemic. They really did. And I don't really blame them. If you want that special moment, if you have this dream of what your wedding looks like, you don't want to have to scale down for the pandemic. So if her and Juan are okay with waiting, which I personally think Robyn is just using this as an excuse, let them wait, you know? So as soon as Gizelle gets there and she sees Karen, the first thing she says is, oh, the liar and the hater is here. That was disgusting, and it was quite rude. And I was thinking, well, maybe she sees her own reflection in the window that Karen is sitting in front of, because Gizelle, you are clearly a liar and a hater. I'm just saying. Okay, well, moving on. Wendy comes dressed up and she is super sexy in her pajamas. She is showing the tatas and the bootay, and I think we're gonna see a lot of the tatas and the bootay this whole season. All right, you bought it, you look good, show it off. See if I care. You know, the new girl, Acala. Anyway, I'm gonna get it at some point. I think it's Acala. I like her, I really do. There's only one thing that I don't like about her so far is this is only her second episode and she is continuously in other people's business. You know, I realize that she's there, the conversation is happening in front of her, but second episode and you're already jumping in. When you jumped in to tell Karen last episode that Robyn said that she drinks too much, I think that was out of line. Okay, are you Robyn's friend or what? And then this time you're jumping into Mia's situation and then Mia has to jump in and get you together, which the way Mia approached Acala was not.
I don't allow people to dictate or put stipulations on what I do.
There's a whole lot of delusion going on, and I could only be silent for so long.
Girl, thank you.
Like, this was very rude. Send a
Estella,
message when
how
I
many
said-
businesses do you own?
I own several.
what-
One.
So you're gonna tell me that you have time for people who come to you and put stipulations on how you move?
Who the cares how many businesses anybody has in this world?
Listen, I am proud of the fact that you are a business owner. I think it's wonderful that you are a go-getter and you're out here doing things. And it seems that Escala is also a CEO and a business owner, and that's great. But the same way we didn't like Wendy throwing her education in all these girls' faces, I've got 4 degrees, Dr. Wendy. You know, we didn't like that. I don't like you throwing out that you're a boss lady and you've got all these businesses either. It's not okay to try to make these women feel bad that they don't have the same thing you have. I think that Mia needs to scale back on the boss lady thing, and Wendy this season needs to scale back on the Zen win because you're not really Zen, and Escala should really get out of it if it has nothing to do with you. You know, you're new and you're a friend of, so, you know, jump in later when it has something to do with you. If I'm wrong, peeps, get down in the comments and get me together, but in a respectful way, please. Honey, listen, after all this mess, who in the world would have ever thought that Candiace and I would agree on something? I also agree with her. This conversation should be between Mia, Gizelle, and Robyn. Everybody else, step back. Okay, this is ridiculous. So eventually Mia does try to apologize to Gizelle. Gizelle rudely accepts her apology, and this is just ridiculous for me. You are grown, educated, business women, wives, mothers. I'm not about to yell and scream at you like this. I'm Meredith from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm disengaging, you know. I'm not gonna be bothered with you. If I don't want to have this conversation, we're not having this conversation. And you know what? If I apologize to you and you rudely accept my apology, that'll be the last time we have conversation. I'm just not there for it. So they decide to play Never Have I.
Professional term for it is vaginal rejuvenation.
Y'all know that. Yes. You literally said clit. And I was about to get my clit done because you got your clit done.
You know, when Mia did mention that she had her clit done, I knew instantly that she had a vaginal rejuvenation. And I said that on my videos. They knew it too. Quit trying to play dumb. Oh, we didn't realize that's what it was. You knew exactly what she was talking about.
Never have I ever had a threesome.
Woo!
Was it with your current husband?
Yep.
Okay. Was it with another woman?
Yep. Quite frankly, I didn't want her to touch me. I just wanted to watch. Ooh. Oh, boy.
Okay. Now, ma'am, I'm not gonna judge you. Do you? You were there, your husband was there, and so was that woman. I personally, not my marriage, no. But do what you want to do. I mean, if her and her husband are happy and everything is great and no other person has interrupted the happiness and the flow of their marriage, keep on with it, girl. One thing I can say is exactly what she said. She is very transparent. She is very honest. I appreciate that. Anyway, this episode was interesting. Who knows what the heck is gonna happen next week? These ladies are all over the place. Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments. What did you think of this episode? Was Escala doing too much? Was Mia throwing out that boss too much? How zen is Wendy? Get down in the comments and let me know. And until next time, bye.